What is up, everybody? We're back in here once again, man. Another episode of the weekly win streak. It's your boy TP3 Bets, and as always, man, I'm joined by none other than the man himself. What up, bro? How you doing today, my boy?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great. Happy to have another week, a fresh start, fresh slate. How are you, Mister? Off of Miami trip, balling on the beach.
Man, just took a shower, hit the sauna, worked out, so we're feeling good. We're feeling right. Man, we definitely got some work to do. It's not the best week for me on the books, but we always got time to turn it around and figure it out. So that's what we're gonna do, man. We're just gonna hopefully gonna get some cash today. I feel good about our picks there today. I spent a lot of time working on them, so I think we're definitely gonna win once again today. But it was fun down there, man. It's the weather down there is insane. How it's the weather like right now up in Cleveland?
It's like 47 degrees and super windy.
Okay. It's not bad. It's like 60 down here in Georgia, but dude, it was like 80 in Miami, bro. I did not want to leave.
Yeah, living down there it's just a treat. It's never cold, always beautiful. Miss it.
Yeah, bro. I know you used to live down there. I forgot you did. And bro was throwing out places for me to go. And I was like, holy shit, I forgot bro used to be a fucking Miami regular, baby. Bro in Miami. That's quite the sight right there.
Oh, dude, I used to kill it down there. I loved it. It was the best. I'm happy you had fun, though. You deserved it, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Bro, we need to hear a little something about what happened to you this weekend. We saw not only did Bro go to the Cavs game, but I don't know if y'all saw or not on Twitter, but he got into it with Missouri faithful and humbled them.
Yeah, listen, I didn't even mean to ruffle feathers. I was just saying they got a ton of foul calls, 47-21. That's a lot more free throws. And I posted that. Missouri didn't like it. The whole state of Missouri came after me. And then we took Arkansas mostly out of spite. I did like the spot, but I said it didn't matter who it was. It could have been fucking Youngstown State Penguins, and I'm taking Youngstown State. Just out of spite, and I was running it. And, yeah, we humbled the Missouri fans. Humbled them, and it felt great. But no harm, no foul. Now we're all good, Missouri. Let's just call it a truce. And then Cavs yesterday. Cavs. Listen, it was a great experience. Had a fun time. I said, fuck it. If I'm going to be boots on the ground, I'm going to fire. I did so much research on player props and all sorts of different shit. We just cashed. We cashed all over the place. Only one push. -6 on the Cavs. But, hey, you'll have that. It was a great weekend, man.
Yeah, bro had himself quite the weekend. I guess we both had ourselves quite the weekend. So now we're back to our usual shit, man, getting it pumping and popping off once again. Bro, for first game, or I guess, so we started in the NBA or college hoops today. What do you think?
Whatever you like. It literally doesn't matter. Whatever you like the best.
Man, I say we start out in the NBA today. Are you going to give your pick in the NBA today?
Yeah, I'll leave it out. Yeah.
Bet. I want you to start out first here because I have some thoughts on this game as well.
Okay, fair. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to be the segue. So the VIP has a couple of different angles on this play. I'm only going to give you the straight part. We have a couple of different ladders, different stuff here. But what I really like is in the Denver game against Indiana, we have Jamal Murray over 30.5 PRA. Okay, he's been really, really active. Even in the games he hasn't been scoring, he's been dishing, rebounding. In his last 3 games against the Pacers, he's had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. So he's stuffed the stat sheet. And if you guys were not tuned into the YouTube or the Instagram show that we had with Full Card Sweep, TP3 and I were just live. Full Card Sweep made a great point as well. Miles Turner draws Jokic out to the perimeter a lot, which requires the other players on Denver to get rebounds, which is why I think Jamal Murray keeps getting so many rebounds against the Pacers in his previous games. I think he goes off today. He's gone over 30.5 PRA in 7 of his last 15, 6 of his last 10, and 3 of his last 5. AI is projecting 33.9. So I like over 30.5. T, what do you have to say?
Yeah, man, I think that's probably a pretty good play. I mean, we have a pretty high total here. They just got embarrassed, so they need to show off. Or they need to show out, I guess. And then, Yeah, so not only do they need to show out here, they got embarrassed last game. It's a high total. Bro, they should be able to make this game go up and down, in my opinion. So I think taking anything over in this game is probably a good look. I actually do have a player prop I'm on in this game as well. So keep that one in VIP. But I do have a pick I like in this game, that's for sure. But yeah, man, I think they should definitely pump some pace in this game.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And just so you know, guys, Jamal Murray has scored 30 or more points in 5 of his last 10 games. Something to just keep in mind. He might hit this PRA in points alone. But T, yeah. I know you were excited to talk about the NBA. What do you got for us?
Man, first play up for me. We're going to go to a gross one. Charlotte Hornets lost by 53 points on Saturday. Yikes. 53 points. And they had to stay out on the West Coast and just kick it out there after getting absolutely dragged. I mean, dude, that was one of those embarrassing performances I've ever seen from an NBA team. 53 points. That doesn't happen too often this season. Hornets are going to bounce back in this game and come out motivated. When you're a bad team and you get embarrassed that badly, I mean, dude, you have to show up in the next game. I think the Hornets come out here. They have a chance to win this game outright. The Kings have not been playing great basketball ever since the trade. Kings played pretty bad too in their last game, but the Hornets played way worse. I think both these teams come out here, play some defense, slow this game down. They're going to be a slow-paced defensive game, but 11 points here, way too many. I'll take Charlotte plus 11.
Dang, I actually really like that. And the more and more I think about it with your breakdown, I mean, Charlotte has been an under team this year, which is crazy to think, but they've been an under team. And I just think it's a bad matchup for the Kings when it comes to just defensively. I don't think they have offensive pieces. Like Zach LaVine is not moving the needle for me. Zach LaVine is not moving the needle for me anymore. Like Sabonis down low, they got Mark Williams. You know, I think Charlotte hangs around. Really like it.
Bro, they got to show out in this game. So we got to take them here. I know, yeah, like you said, Mark Williams out, Brandon Miller's out, but LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges should be able to do plenty enough.
Oh, I honestly didn't know Mark Williams was out. I thought he was playing.
Yeah, no, he's out, but I mean.
Fair enough. Still love the play. So, in other news in the NBA, just really quickly, what do you make of the Golden State Warriors' resurgence with Jimmy Butler? They're averaging 10 more points per game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jimmy Butler slows the game down, draws fouls, gets to the free throw line, which I think really helps open things up for this offense. So I do think this resurgence is legit here for the Warriors. I do think the Warriors are a little bit more of a contender than they used to be. I mean, the West is pretty wide open. We were talking about this the other day. OKC is really good. I mean, let's see them do it. You know, I mean, they were my pick to win the West, but let's see them actually do it. I kind of thought Dallas would have a chance. Luka Doncic is on the Lakers now. I mean, Luka, LeBron, and Reeves is going to be pretty tough to stop. I mean, they definitely need some help inside at the big man position, but ultimately, man, I think this thing is still wide open in the Western Conference, and somebody's going to go on a huge run here and win. Golden State, I wouldn't count them out just yet. They do have the heart of a champion. They do have Steph Curry and Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah, I think the West is going to be like that playoffs. The West side of the playoffs is going to be very fun to watch, and I think it's very interesting that it's like Celtics and Oklahoma City on each side respectively are kind of like the clear arms favorites, the betting favorite. But there are definitely some teams on either side that can make some noise. Golden State, Los Angeles, in the West, Houston maybe even. And then in the East, you have Cleveland. Maybe I don't think the Knicks can. It's really just Cleveland and Boston in the East, I think.
Yeah, man, I really had some high hopes for the Knicks. I thought the Knicks would actually have a chance, and man, that was terrible yesterday. I was on the Knicks, man.
I think Karl Anthony Towns was he's a terrible fit. New York is all about being tough, and I don't want anyone to take offense to this, but when you have somebody driving the lane and after every free throw you hear, "Oh my God!" Like, dude, that's Karl Anthony Towns, bro. Like, dude, he is soft, bro. He's not a Knick, man.
Hey, to be fair, though, I thought those refs definitely missed some calls for the Knicks in the first half. It felt like it felt a little lopsided in the first half.
100%. I'm not here to say he was right or wrong about the fouls, but I saw a TikTok of like 30 or 3 minutes rather straight of him just whining and doing just the zestiest stuff. I don't know. He's just not a Nick, in my opinion. It's all right, though.
The
We
zestiest
forgive
player
you.
in the league.
Yeah. He's Burger King zesty sauce for sure.
Burger King zesty sauce. That's Bro's go-to zesty sauce right there, baby. Sounds fire, though. I'm sure it is.
I don't even really fuck with Burger King, but if you're going to go to Burger King, you got to get the onion rings with the zesty sauce. It's fine.
Yeah, damn. I might have to eat that later. Anyway, second pickup for me. We're gonna go to the Pistons versus the Clippers. Yes, the Clippers don't have Kawhi Leonard. Yes, they don't have Norman Powell here, but I still think they have plenty of offense here to help take this game to go over the total. The Pistons aren't really playing defense right now. Currently, the Pistons are the third best over team in the league in the last five games, and they're also the third best in the last 3 games. The Clippers are sixth in the last 3 games. In the last 10 games, the Clippers are top 10, and the last 8 games, Clippers are a top 10 over team. These two teams have been pushing pace up and down the floor. And that's what we're going to do. When you're missing your better players, typically what happens is the other guys come in and just chuck up threes. And both these teams are just going to have a 3-point shootout, basically. And Cade Cunningham's balling out. The Clippers don't really have anybody to guard him. Everybody thinks the Clippers are a huge defensive team. They're really not, though. They've been way more of an offensive team lately. They've added shooters as well. I think both these teams shoot a ton of threes here. We get a lot of pace, and we go over the total.
Yeah, I really like that. Cade Cunningham and Duren have really gelled together in that pick and roll. They are looking well. And listen, Tobias Harris, this dude's got to be 50 fucking years old, but he's still lacing. I like the play a lot, and I think the over has to hit. Also, Zubac. He's been balling. Zubac.
That's a beast.
He's sneaky good out of nowhere. I really thought that was going to be Zach Edey. Maybe someday down the line, but boy, he looked terrible last night. Terrible. T, I can't tell you how much I love that play. And I know you're an NBA guy, but I got nothing left in the chamber for NBA. So you want to do a little drop step pivot to college hoops?
Yeah, let's do it. That's all I got as well for NBA.
Okay, got it. Do you have anything for college hoops for the people?
I got one play that I locked in. I will say this. I know a lot of people are betting on Florida State and UNC. I don't think that's a trap line at all. I'm a Florida State fan. I think we're terrible. North Carolina is, I wouldn't say they're necessarily a bubble team, but they still have aspirations of trying to make the tournament. So I feel like maybe North Carolina is the play here. They got to win.
They have to. I agree. I got to play in that game over on SoBet, in my opinion. It may or may not be a side or a total, but in my opinion, if you're going to play a side, it's got to be North Carolina or nothing. Unfortunately, if you missed out early this morning, there was a dip in the money line where it went from 145 to 140 to 135. And now it's back up to 175. So if you caught the dip, you might have got value on the money line. But yeah, I agree. And, obviously there's Michigan, Nebraska. I think it's the same situation. I would not get too cute in that game either. Unless you have a serious angle that tells you why you should take Nebraska. I haven't seen anything out of them that I love. I don't have a play in that game over on SoBet for sides, but we are going to go to Houston. What do you think about that game? Nebraska, Michigan.
Man, Nebraska needs it like blood, but I think Michigan's a lot better team. Nebraska's been an over team for sure, so they're definitely – I don't think their defense will be able to handle Michigan's size inside. I think Michigan will bully them down inside. I think Michigan's a pretty solid team, so I think they'll win.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think there's probably going to be points. But here's the game of the night for me is Houston, Texas Tech. And I got an alarm set for 8 o'clock, brew a cup of coffee. We're having a cup of coffee. I'm staying awake. I'm watching the game. And the Guardians just keep losing in spring baseball. Watch. The Guardians will be worse. Mark my words. The Cleveland Guardians will be worse than the Chicago White Sox this year. Chicago White Sox picked up 2 good pitchers. They still kept what's his fucking face. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. Solid. Crochet. They kept Crochet. Solid. Listen. Guardians are going to be worse than the White Sox. But we're going to go Texas Tech, Houston. I used this example earlier. People are just obsessed with new things, and they're always infatuated with trying to find the new trend. This is the new way to do things. This. Sometimes, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like if you're going fishing, and you're throwing your line out, and bang, you catch a fish. Bang, you catch another one. Are you just gonna say, "Oh, I caught 2 fish here. Let me just fucking dip. Let me go find a new spot"? No, you cast your line out and you keep fucking catching fish. Houston is undefeated on the road. We've seen Houston as a proven program for years. Texas Tech appears out of nowhere, miraculously, like that angler fish, that dark little fish that swam to the surface that you all saw. And we're all infatuated with this team. Let's not forget they lost to fucking St. Joe's on a neutral site straight up. They needed overtime to beat a bad Arizona State team. They just lost to TCU on the road. Like, what are we talking about? Houston, I think Houston's going to punch Texas Tech in the mouth. Revenge spot after Texas Tech beat them on their home court. And I think the public just sees, oh, well, Texas Tech beat Houston already in Houston. It's got to be Texas Tech. No, Houston all day. T, what say you?
Yeah, man. I mean, Texas Tech got pretty lucky in that game. Texas Tech shot like 20, made like 27 free throws or something like that. And Texas Tech also hit like 12 or 13 3-pointers. I don't see them doing that again. And Emmanuel Sharp was banged up going into that game. It feels like this is going to be the best version of Houston here. And like you said, dude, doesn't home or away, it doesn't matter. Houston kind of took it easy last game against Iowa State. The game looks a lot closer than it actually was. So I think it's a circle the wagon spot. Houston gets it done.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more, man. Couldn't agree with you guys more. You guys want to parlay before we get out of here?
Man, do we want to parlay? What do you think? Of course.
Come on, we hit one yesterday. Now, this might actually already be cooked. I forgot the first game started at noon. So, did Hampton win? Do you know? Over Stony Brook?
Let's see here. Did Hampton beat Stony Brook? It's actually crazy. Yeah, Hampton won 81-49.
Holy fuck. Okay. So we had Hampton money line, first leg cashed. But we're gonna go with the rest of it. Yeah. We got Howard money line, Southeast, Louisiana money line, Delaware State money line, Houston money line. That should probably be good for like plus 300 to plus 320. But Hampton money line had like shite value, so you didn't get much by adding that. If you like North Carolina, I don't mind adding that. There's just my goal was to look at the slate, find 4 to 5 straight up winners where I'm like, okay, there is very little variance here. The spread is in between 3 and like 7. And I'm very confident in one side. So that's what we're rolling with.
We love it.
Man, feels great to be back. Feels great to be back with you guys. We can't thank you enough for joining. If you are not subscribed on YouTube to TP3 Bets and What Up Bro, make sure you take a little meander on over there. Subscribe, turn on notifications so you get notified every single time we go live. Also, we do a show on Instagram at 5 p.m. Go over to Instagram. Give TP3 Bets a follow. Give What Up Bro a follow. And lastly, I know TP3 has a max play coming up. I know he has VIP locks as well tonight over in one place. And it would mean the world to me and perhaps to him. But if you go to any of the bios on his social media and you click the link and you use sign-up code TP3Bets and sign up for his core subscription for only $15, he will send you his full VIP card tomorrow in the DMs. Just shoot him your username you used to sign up with. He'll get you your full VIP card. Get in there. Get locked in. $15 to cash the fuck out. Sign up code TP3Bets.
Damn right, boys.
Get over there. Now, T, what the fuck are we going to do today, man?
Let's fucking cash, baby.
Let's get some money. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Do it. Peace, boys.